Hi, I'm James with British Customs. Today we're going to talk about this 2023 Ducati Scrambler and some of the modifications we've done on it. And just a little background on why Ducati Scrambler from British Customs. We were involved in a couple builds before, helping out with other stuff. We got kind of comfortable with it and really liked the bike. And when the opportunity came to acquire Astroscrambler, another company that makes specific parts just for Ducati, we ended up taking it, and you can read more about that acquisition on the website. I'm not going to get into that now, but that's why we got involved with Ducatis. And let's go over this bike and some of the stuff we've done on it. So we'll start with the exhaust. This is an item that we brought over from the British Customs side and adapted it to the Ducati. This is our GP carbon. We also have a GP without the carbon end cap. It's got a perforated core baffle. It's TIG welded, 304 stainless steel, all made right here in this shop in Gardena, California. And this is a great weight savings, looks great, sounds great. If you want to check out comparisons of all our exhausts for this, we have another video. So go check that out. It will show you the weight savings over stock and the different sounds of our different exhausts. So on the tail section here, we have license plate mount from Competition Works, which utilizes the stock license plate mount light, and it's all plug and play. And our retro turn signals with our mounts that adapt to the Ducati. You can see that lights up. Yeah. Same thing for the front. We have our retro turn signals with our adapters. So these lights are all plug and play, and if you want to see how that's all installed, there is a video with us installing this on this particular bike right here. And you can see where you got to move the tank and stuff to get to the plugs. It's pretty straightforward. And for the seat, you got these flat top bench style seats. Come in black and brown. It's a multi-density foam with a gel insert and looks like leather, but this is a marine grade vinyl, which is a lot less maintenance than real leather and a little more waterproof, not waterproof, but water resistant. And just bolts on, just like stock. And these are all made right here in the USA. So we installed our off-road pegs on here. Came right over from the British Customs line. Any one of our foot pegs will fit this clevis, which we have on here. The one unique design with the off-road is that you got locator pins in there, so you can pull this off and locate it to the angle that you like, and then there's pins that hold it in place along with the bolt that tightens up on it. This is all CNC machined out of billet aluminum right here in the USA. Same thing on the passenger peg. This clevis here will mount with all of our foot pegs, bait style, race style. This one has the locating pins just like the rider foot pegs. So if you want to see more about installing these, just check out the video install guide for foot pegs on Ducati Scrambler. So for the bar, we used our tracker bar made out of 304 stainless steel mandrel bend right here in the USA, along with our 4-bolt risers. This will also work with the stock riser, but we choose these because they just look way better and they're wider, so I feel like you get a better clamp load with the wider clamp as opposed to the stock one. With these risers comes a special adapter for your speedometer, because the stock one, that's all cast into one piece, so we have to have a special adapter for that. So since we removed the mirrors and put them out to the ends there, we exchanged for our control clamps that don't have the mounts for the mirrors anymore. Makes a nice clean solution for getting rid of the mirrors. So for the mirrors, we use CRG lane splitter mirrors, which are great for when you're splitting lanes. You can pop these in, give you a little more clearance, or when you gotta have some room in your garage and you need that little, just 2 inches, you can put that in. These are on our bar end adapters, which fit on any 7/8 or 1-inch hollow bar, and they will fit, any mirror that fits on a 7/8 bar will fit onto this. The advantage to using this over the CRG one is that there's no lip here, so you can slide it on and off. So if you have a single clamp design as opposed to CRG has 2 that can go over it, then you have to use these. So that's the advantage here, is not having that lip, so you can get them on and off. So for our brake and clutch levers, we got the F3 ASV unbreakable levers here. This is the short version, and then they have a long version, which is still a little bit shorter than the stock one. These don't, instead of using a cam, this uses a screw-in style, so the adjustability is way more fine than just having, 5 clicks. And you have as many clicks as you want on this. Same thing on the clutch side, and again, same type of screw adjuster, so you can bring that in as close as you want. If you bring it in too close, you're gonna have a hard time finding neutral. And then it's gonna start walking if you're holding the clutch in at a light or something. And if you bring it out too far, it's gonna be catching way too late. So even though you have infinite adjustability on here, it seems there's really only a small window that you wanna move it in. And you can see more about that and the pros and cons of running this clutch lever on the install guide on the Ducati Scrambler. So somewhere in 2023, they changed the design of the icon model here. One way to tell if you got the latest style is if you have the metal covers over here, or if you have a square speedometer instead of the round one that they have here. If you got this writing on the side, then you know that you have the later model, and none of these parts fit on this bike here. So we have to do a bunch of R&D and figure out ways to make everything work. Even the exhaust, you can't even do the slip-on because that exhaust totally changed. Foot peg mounts changed just slightly enough that they don't work. And the speedometer mount is smaller over here, so we have to come up with a new one. So now we can't use our risers over here either. So if you've got a mid to early 23 Scrambler or earlier, well, these parts should fit with no problems. But if you got a late model 23 Scrambler, nothing's fitting so far that we can tell. Even the seat, the frame has changed back here, so the seat's not even gonna work. If there's any parts you want to see made for these bikes, let us know. It might take us a little while to get them out because we really want to test these parts when we make them. We really like to put them out there and make sure they're going to work and you're going to be happy with them. And so it might take a minute, but we're going to get them out there. Let us know what you want to see, and thanks for watching.